you need to do this. Okay.
You want to take this?
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. I got a night light in the bathroom.
Okay. I might not have no visitors today. There's only one of us here, and that's me.
Oh, okay.
I've been live 2 minutes. Dragnut's live right now, so a lot of people could be over with Dragnut. Good morning, whoever just came in the room. Morning, Jeffrey. I know it's Saturday and not a Friday, but Big Larry's out. Big Larry's up and moving, so wanted to get down here and say Von Hilton wrong again. For somebody that knows real estate law, he don't know shit. So does that mean I'd go to jail if I gave my house to a bum? Because Von Hilton says it's against the law. He says that only you can give your kids the houses. You can't give nobody else. Very true. When isn't he wrong, Jeffrey? Yeah, he keeps saying Kentucky law, Kentucky law, Kentucky law. He don't know shit about the Kentucky laws. Says you can't give your house to nobody. You can't give nobody your money but your children, your your family. That's bullshit. You can give your money, your houses, your cars, everything to anybody you please. And there ain't a damn person in this country that can do different. Sorry, Von Hilton, that's all 50 states. Yes, exactly, Jeffrey, and that's exactly what's happening. He's dropping down to the itty bitty gritty money that he has left, and he's got to eat and he's got to work on getting places rented. And look at how long have I been gone? 3 months, and he still ain't got it rented. I guarantee you they're not rented by Christmas. For a man with 190 IQ, why is this sixth grader beating him out? Yeah, exactly. He's not even going to be able to feed himself within a month or two. Boy, it's beautiful here in Hawaii. Think about going up this uh, pineapple tree and getting that pineapple hanging there. No, he's not going to dodge that bullet too long, Jeffrey. They're going to be all over him. And they'll take your driver's license and everything for that. It should be, Jeffrey. Yeah, I'll grab you some Hawaiian bananas there, Minnie. I think I've seen them on the other side of the island, but I will stop over there and grab them today. Yeah, that could be it too, Jeffrey. I mean, I'd be worried to death. Am I going to jail or am I going to lose my driver's license? Hell, am I going to lose everything I own because of child support? Telling you, child support don't play games, and I don't care what state you're in. And he knows that too because he's already been to jail. His mommy had to bail him out, and his mommy paid his child support payments all the way until the kid turned 18. Mommy's not around to pay his child support for these. I bet you do, Minnie. Yeah, it's Saturday morning. I figured I'd get on. I watched 5-10 minutes of Dragnet. I didn't want to listen to him talking about a boyfriend and girlfriend going out to eat. The girl didn't pay, so the boy got mad. Yep, he's learning to what an adult is like after 40 years. Really, 58 years, Minnie. He's never been an adult to begin with, and he's already 58, 59 somewhere, so He's had to have mommy hold his hand his whole life. Hell, I'd be surprised if Miss Alice wasn't in the bedroom while he was making his kids. She probably had to hold his hand for that and show him how to do that too. Yeah, exactly, Minnie. And I bitched about that too, Minnie, because it was me that took the plate. Yes, exactly, Jeffrey. He don't understand that. He just thinks they just give it to you for no reason. Yes, he does. Rags. You know, I could say one thing about Vaughn Hilton. He's got one wild imagination, people. That is one hell of a wild imagination. Jeffrey, he ain't never really worked. I don't even think he can get 100 a month. If he did all the time in the service, I'm telling you, people, he would be collecting money from that service. Said he did 2.5 years in the Navy Corps or whatever he says. He'd still be getting paid. He gets it from movies and comics. And I probably believe that, Rags. I really do believe that. And I'm going to say 90% of it's the comics, not the movies. Yeah, exactly, Minnie. Yeah, he was making sure the corks were floating. Exactly, Richard. Rags. Yeah, I wasn't going to go live. I was going to spend some time with the wife today. And she's out in the backyard or front yard picking up some stuff that the cats and dogs in the neighborhood dragged around in our yard, or the wind blew it in there. So she's picking up the yard. That way the landlord don't complain about anything. Yeah, I mean, as far as I think he ever went in any service was the United States Army. He did basic training. He couldn't even get through that. Dropped out, left the base, went and started doing dishes, and the sergeant called his mom and told her to come and get him, is what I heard the story was. Yeah, yeah, Minnie. How is he going to join the Navy and he can't even swim? Marsha told the same on solar opinions hangout. Yeah, exactly. Well, I would really, I think people that don't know how to swim could still become a Navy person. I mean, all Navy don't have to know how to swim. You would hope their boat would never sink. You would hope we wouldn't go to war and they blow it up and you end up in the water. Hi, Robbie. Good morning. Hey, Robbie, did you send me a new friend's request? And Facebook. I got one this morning from you. I did not accept it because we're already friends on there. Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure before I accepted it. I mean, if it does sink, if I couldn't swim and my boat's sinking, I'm getting in a life raft. Okay, Robbie, I will accept it today. As soon as I turn her back on. I just wanted to check with you before I did it because I've been getting a lot of people, sending me friends requests and I'm already friends with them and they've been hacked. So I've been making sure you're not hacked. Yeah, that's very true. Well, I'd make sure I would never fall off, Minnie. And I think they're supposed to wear life preservers most of the time. Yeah, I do too, Robbie. Hell, I get at least 10 girls every day trying to be friends with me, and I'm saying, nope, nope, nope. That's one thing I can say. I know how to swim. Full steam ahead. No, Minnie, I don't need no girlfriends. I have a wife. I am happily married. There ain't a woman out there that can take me away from my wife. Even though there's a lot of beautiful women out there, great hearts, but I'm happy with mine and I'm not going to mess that up. Yeah, it could be a country song. Hell, maybe I should write it and become rich. Then Von Hilton will say he wrote it, though, people. You know that. Vaughn will say I stole it from his mom. It must have been in her jewelry box or something. People, I seen that one this morning that Handyman, I think, put out there yesterday. Him getting in her jewelry box and looking in her jewelry box. He picked something up. He wasn't picking up no damn tray. He was picking something up. Two, most of her jewelry were all fucking costume jewelry, junk jewelry. There wasn't nothing in there worth a fucking penny. Three, Vaughn Hilton, if she had a safety deposit box, you're the one that opened it. You're the one that had the keys to it. You're the one that opened it. You're the one that closed the bank account for her and opened her other a bank account with your name on it. Remember? I got proof of that, Vaughn Hilton. You think I gave you all the paperwork? You know that box that you left at the lawyer, Vaughn Hilton? If you get in that box, you'll find there's a lot of paperwork in there, Vaughn Hilton. What banks the monies were in, what bank this was in, what bank that was in. Your mommy didn't play around with one bank. She was messing around with 3 or 4 banks at the same time. All 4 of them in a different county. I don't know, Robbie. They're pretty well been apart for a while.
I want to say hi, but how can they see me when you got it covered?
Honey, they can't see you, but if you want to come over here and be seen, come on over here and I'll open it up.
Okay, I'm coming around.
Wife wants to say good morning to y'all. Oh, I got something surprising coming up this coming week, Robbie.
I can't get on the bed. My legs are too swollen.
Okay. Well, I can turn it, baby. Hold on.
Thank you for all the prayers and wishes. I love you guys. All right, I'm gonna go back to work because my sugar's kind of high, so I gotta. All right, I'll see ya.
They're all saying good morning to you, honey.
Well, I can't get on the bed.
Well, now she made me show my face, people. Let's
I didn't make you do
come
nothing.
on down.
I didn't make you do nothing.
Block off the sun a little bit.
I didn't tell you.
There we go. We're in there now. Don't mind how I look, people. I know my hair's all messy. Just getting up, moving around this morning. There's that baby face. Yeah. Starting to grow back. The wife says she wishes it hurries up. She says she hates seeing my naked face. But hey, accidents happen. I made a mistake and cut it a little too far, and I said, F it. I shaved it all. Lucky I didn't take the beard too, or the mustache. I don't know what I'd look like without a mustache. I have never shaved this mustache completely off, ever. Yeah, well, after a couple of weeks, Robbie, that itchy goes away. Yeah, you do as like most people do. It gets annoying, so they shave it off. The first couple of months is the worst ones because that's when it's all itchy and needs to be really taken care of as it's starting to grow. This year, we're going to get a hair straightener for my beard where I can straighten it out a little bit. Yeah, it's summertime, so you're going to be sweating a lot with it. That's kind of why I'm glad I got it cut off.
Hey, I heard that.
You know, it's summertime. Let summer go through, and by the time Christmas comes around, it won't be as long as it was, but it'll be going good. Next Christmas, I'll be ready to play Santa again. If I make it that far. If I let it grow that long. And like I said, I'd like to grow mine all the way to like, I know you people have seen ZZ Top's beards. I like to have my beard like that. I think that is bad to the bone. What, baby?
The gold, the gold rush.
Gold rush at the hospital?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I turned it in and let it. And I watched the other one too.
Yeah, probably, Minnie. Probably. Everybody does, Robbie. Look at my change. Now I'm just an ugly man. 2 weeks ago, I was a ugly old man. Now they don't call me old because my beard's gone. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not out here to impress nobody. Still in my first cup of coffee, so you know I just woke up. But I'm out of my Maxwell house. I'm out of my Folgers, so back to thank you, weather guy.
Did you just say stinky water guy?
Are you talking about that show that he was in there with a lot of people and they were all talking about UFOs? Yeah, I seen most of that. I didn't get to watch every bit of it, but I did watch a lot of it. And Gray Alien came in there. Gray Alien, I'm sorry, buddy. I gotta say it right now. I am sorry, but I had to do it. I got a surprise coming up this week or next week sometime. A surprise for Gray Alien. Wow. Well, I mean, there's people like that. If they don't want you on your show, you don't go to their show. Oh, Vaughn's always did that, Robbie. That's every show he goes to. He wants to be the talk of the town. He wants to make sure he is heard. And I don't see nothing wrong with being heard if you're telling the truth and talking the truth. But when you're talking bullshit and lies, then nobody wants to hear the shit. Yeah, exactly. There are a couple of people that knows what's going to happen this coming week, but yeah, I do too, Richard. I think they knew. I mean, they kind of just ain't going to let anybody step in their shows. Before someone steps in my show, I'm going to check and see what other shows they have did, what they're about, who they are. Is it a bug thing? No, no. Well, I might as well say it. I'll say it, Robbie. I'm about ready to adopt two gray aliens, people. I don't know if they're gray aliens' parents or his brothers and sisters or maybe some cousins of his, but I'm getting ready to adopt two gray aliens because they need a home. I put my paperwork in yesterday. I'm waiting for them to be sent to me. I just don't want Mr. Gray Alien to be mad at me. Yeah, they've had their shots already, Richard. I made sure of that. And I made a doctor's appointment for them as soon as they get here. I want to make sure I get me some decent aliens. I don't want one half dead. Make sure there ain't no bullets where Vaughn was shooting at them. Yeah, I know. Hold on a minute, people. I got to talk to the wife. She must be in the washroom. I don't know. Maybe she went back outside. She could be in the boys' bathroom, seeing if they got any dirty clothes in there. I don't know. I think I hear the washer running. Yeah, and I found out that one of my movers, when they moved me over here, they ended up walking away with my rope. Morning, Jones. Welcome to the Big Larry Saturday Show. I don't know. She must have went outside or something. Yeah, I know it is. We should turn him in, Minnie. Hey, you do what you gotta do, Jones. I don't have to go for gold no more. I already own the Pennsylvania Mint and the Denver Mint. Now I just got to con Uncle Jim out of the San Francisco Mint, and I'll have all the gold in the United States. The only thing I want gold is Gold Bug. Morning, Maggie. Glad to see you made my morning Saturday show. I missed a couple days through the week because of everything going on with the wife, so wife was out cleaning up the yard this morning, so I figured I'd do a live TV show or a live YouTube show. I watched Dragnut for a little bit this morning, not interested in hearing about some guy and girl. Watched a little bit of Handyman's thing with Vaughn Hilton yesterday. Vaughn Hilton, just quit lying, buddy. Your mom had no good jewelry. Because if it did, it would have been in a safety deposit box. And if it was in a safety deposit box, Stinky, you would have been the one to take it out because you're the one that had the key. You're the one that closed her bank account and put your name over hers. And that's why Social Security took her fucking check. Retard. If your mom is collecting Social Security, her name has to be at the top of the fucking bank account. Not yours. Your name goes under it, not on top of it, retard. If he sold that, that is the worst thing he could have did, Maggie. She's doing good now, Maggie. So far, so good. She ain't went back yet, so she says she's not planning on going back, but you know how that goes. I heard him saying he's going to drive 5 hours to the Supreme Court to get you and Arnold convicted, Larry. 5 hours to what Supreme Court? What Supreme Court is he going to? The Kentucky Street Supreme Court? 5 hours it takes him to get there? What's he doing? 35 miles an hour? He's going to get ran over. He gets on this road 35 miles an hour. People will run him off the fucking road. I don't know where he's going in 5 hours. In 5 hours, he's out of the whole state of Kentucky. Because from my house, I can be over the Tennessee line here in an hour less. I can be in Ohio within 3 hours. It only takes about 4.5 hours to go through the state of Kentucky. Well, it only takes him about 2.5 hours to get there. Sorry about his luck. See, he don't even know by mileage, people. This is the man that spent $2 million putting it in his gas tank driving across the whole state of Kentucky, which the furthest he's ever went to see his kids is 50 miles. 50 miles is across Kentucky to him. Once he said his kids were in the next county, thousands of miles away. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he can't afford the gas. Yeah, we all know about Stinky and his math, definitely. We're going to be doing a show in Columbus, Ohio in August. Would you like tickets for you, your wife, and the children? Show of what? Yeah, I was going to say it would have to be family friendly, Jones. Gas or lottery tickets, no content. It's all lottery tickets. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he said all over Kentucky. I never heard him say over the whole USA, but he said Kentucky. And he said he spent $2 million driving through the state of Kentucky. I got Vaughn Hilton. You're so stupid. I could put you in your truck, give you $2 million, and you could drive across Kentucky 100 fucking times and still be doing it to even get near that $2 million. He's due for a big win on the lottery. His God's told him. Yeah, but my God's going to stop it. He's got Pee Wee Herman gods. You know, I ain't saying I'm smart because I ain't, people. I know I'm not smart. I'm not dumb as a box of rocks, neither. I have what we call street smart. You put me out in the woods and I would survive. You put me out on the streets, I will survive. Yeah, you do what you got to do, Minnie. That's why we're here. That's why Larry puts on this show. Me too. Mine does too, there, Richard. I have what is called common sense. Okay, thank you, Minnie. Well, not just to laugh at Stinky, I say Maggie, but I like to get on here and meet people. I love seeing you on here, Maggie. I love talking to you.
That's me. Put it out.
Honey, I put it out 2 minutes ago.
Well, put it out. Come on.
It's out. Any more and it's going to fall apart. I love having friends. I love knowing people. I like to talk to people. I learn a lot of stuff on here. You know, I'm not ashamed to ask questions. I'm not a Von Hilton. I ain't gonna say I know it all because I don't know shit.
Sometimes
But like I said, you drop me in the woods and I will survive.
Sometimes I just watch for what not to do.
Hey, Vaughn Hilton, you want your mom's $100 trillion back? I'll give it back to you. Every fucking single penny. Me and you both get in an airplane. We go over some fucking natural forest somewhere, and I don't give a shit what state it is. And me and you both parachute out of the plane. We both land good, and we survive for 2 weeks. You survive for 2 weeks longer than me, Vaughn. You go longer than me, Vaughn, I will give you all your money back. Every last penny of it. You can even have the Pennsylvania Mint and the Denver Mint, buddy. There's only one problem, Vaughn. You're not going to make it over the 24 hours, let alone 2 weeks. Well, I'm not adopting Gray Alien. I think it's his brothers and sister. These are younger Gray Aliens. They're not as old as Gray Alien. And they keep saying, have you seen Stevie? Have you seen Stevie? Gray Alien, is your name Stevie? I think I found your brother and sister, buddy. Yeah, I'm not shooting at them. I'm inviting them in for dinner. No, not yet, Maggie. I'm waiting for him to come on. I got the news last night. They should arrive within a week. They wanted me to take 4 of them, but they were kind of pricey. I could only afford 2, especially when I know exactly what they eat and their sleeping habits and all that. 2 at a time would be fine with me. I just don't want Gray Alien to get mad at me adopting his brother and sister. Yeah, maybe they did come from Vegas, but they're moving pretty quick because they were here in Kentucky. As long as he stays away from Vaughn, yep, Vaughn will shoot at him. I will warn him. I will tell them where their boundary lines are. Yeah, they are definitely fast workers. Yeah, no doubt, Maggie. Wife says it stinks. I told her the stink makes it taste better. The stinkier, the better. Yeah, he opened our borders to everything. I know I do, Maggie. And she's still upset about it. Yeah, you just missed her, Maggie. She was just in here. I don't know if she went back outside. Maybe she's going to hang up clothes. She's doing laundry this morning. Or she walked next door to see the neighbor. Hey, Minnie. I personally don't like it. My wife don't like it, but I'm just me. I bet you changed her husband. Yeah, I changed her husband, exactly. She says it's really hard to get used to seeing my naked face. I mean, I've been with her 21 years, people, and I've only had maybe 3 or 4 naked faces in front of her in 20 years. When we first got together, it wasn't real long. It was, just kind of about right here somewhere. Went to go to my heart surgery. It was almost sitting at the belly button. I could almost play ZZ Top. I thought another 6 months to a year, I could have been in one of them shoes. Mine would have been as long as one of them guys that I wanted. Yeah, my wife would have killed me. She probably would have said no, Maggie, if I would have did that. She says her husband shaved his off when they got married,
Oh no.
and she was mad.
No, no, no.
She said she would have been mad too.
I wanted to kill him, but
She said she wouldn't have killed him, but she'd been mad.
I won't talk to him.
Hey, Minnie, just like he calls them handlebars. It gives you guys women something to hold on to. And I hate to tell him, that's up to him, whatever he thinks and his beliefs. My women that I've been with, I've never had them take both hands and grab my beard. I've had one of them grab the beard and the other one put her hand straight up in the air and say, "Ride it, boy."
they usually grab the hair.
Well, like the wife says, some of them grab hair too. I think that's some men grabbing the women's hair, honey. Women like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's different, dear. You know that.
I know.
I have more chin hair than Steaky. Okay, Maggie. I I will not comment on that. Handlebars, yeah, Minnie. Yeah, exactly. Something for J Dubs to hold on to. Yeah, Von Hilton makes it like he's the bad one. He's the one getting destroyed. He's the one hurting. He is hurting. He's hurting for money because he's never grew up. His mommy has took care of him all of his life. When you take care of your child all their damn life, this is what they become. Spoiled little brats, won't get off the computer, don't know how to tell the truth, don't know how to work, don't know how to cook, don't know how to clean, don't know how to take care of a wife, can't even keep a woman happy, can't keep kids happy, can't keep clean kids. Von Hilton, you could say Larry don't know. Well, buddy, you better talk to CP Children's Services because they've been to my house, buddy, twice. Twice, Von Hilton. Somebody called them on me. And I know who. One of them said that I didn't have no water in my house and I wasn't feeding my kids. We had no food. Von Hilton, I didn't tell them they wasn't coming in my house. I didn't tell them to go get a warrant or go get the police department. You know what I did? I opened the door wide open. Come on in. Refrigerator, kitchen right over there. You can see the water faucets there, the refrigerator's there, the cupboards are there. Go ahead and open them. Go ahead and open them. She walked in there. She opened the cupboard. She turned on my water. She put her hands under the water to see if it was hot. She turned it off. She goes, I'm sorry to bother you. You have a good day. And left. A few months later, they came down and did a wheelchair care check on us because one of our checks got lowered where we wasn't having as much money coming in. And they did a house check, make sure I was still able to pay my bills, make sure we were still doing with everything, that the kids were not doing without nothing. And my kids have never did without nothing. That's something he can definitely do. He can't put a belt on right. We all know that. Richard, that's the reason we know he's never changed his clothes. At least, are you telling me he changes his pants and he misses that same belt loop every time? What's the odds of that? No, he just ain't changing them. Them are the same fucking pants from 3 years ago. He probably don't even take them off. He probably sleeps in them. Yeah, exactly. Been wearing them for 3 years, Maggie. Honey, Maggie showed up after you left. After you left the room, asking how you were, and I told her you were good. Yep, I think so too, Minnie. What, honey? It don't matter. You do what you gotta do. Oh, they're die. They'll definitely jump out of the water, Rags. Them fish would fucking fly out of that water.
I can't get on the bed. My laser's swollen.
That's fine. I can turn it. Maggie, she wants to say hi to you. I told her you were on. He's turning the fish gay.
Hi, Maggie. How you doing, honey? Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate it. Love you.
Okay, she's going back to doing her dishes and laundry.
Trying to get my sugar. I don't know how.
She wrote, "Hi, Miss April. Good to see you on the mend," with the red heart.
Thank you.
She says, "Thank you, Maggie." I want to thank everybody too for all the prayers and stuff that they sent out for my wife. It's a very bad thing that happens when she has her sugar attacks. We have no idea what's going to happen.
They changed. They switched my medicine so much. We go through this almost every year.
Besides that, Big Larry ain't been doing much. Yeah, I'm glad she's doing all right now too. I think the next couple months is going to be another yo-yo kind of thing. They're working with her insulin, changing her insulin to different doses and different kinds. I've always told them for the whole time she's been a diabetic since I've met her that she is what I call a yo-yo. She goes up and down like a lot. I've seen her at 300 and drop down to 60 within 10 minutes. Yeah, prayers cost nothing. The more the better. And definitely, Minnie, thank you. Yeah, I think before fall comes in, I think we're going to go ahead and have us a little yard sale thing. I'm going to borrow a couple tables from Uncle Little Jim. Later, Mag. I'm going to start trying to get rid of some of the stuff that I don't need, we don't use. You know, all that good stuff. Might look around, find somebody that might like certain things that I have and do some wheeling and dealing or just send it to them. I mean, if I don't need it, then it matters what it is. I got a bunch of NASCAR cars that are not Jeff Gordon. Because Jeff Gordon, I'll keep that until I die. Or 24 car. Because I now root for William Byron because he is in the 24 car. But I got a bunch of other cars. I think some of them might be the Sprint Cup and some of them are the Winston Cup. I might try to get rid of them, have a yard sale and try to sell them or something. Got a couple of them, two or three of them one things. What are them things that dries your meat out or dries your stuff out and makes it, where you can eat it 6 months later? Dehumidifier or dehumidifier or something like that. I got two of them. My wife, I told her we don't need 2 or 3 air fryers. We need to get rid of 2 of them and keep one. I just kind of picked up stuff when I was seeing it cheap and I can get it cheap and we could use it. I was buying it. You never know what you can buy unless you watch and look and who's on sale, what's where. I buy a lot of stuff that people buy from the pallets. They buy pallets full of stuff and they get online and they sell it. I think I ended up buying something like 15 Christmas presents for less than $10 for all of it. $15, I think I at the most I paid for the whole Christmas. And still got some of the stuff that I bought here in my own home that I kept for myself. There's some people say I'm Scrooge because I don't celebrate Christmas, people. We don't put up Christmas trees. We don't put up Christmas lights. I thought about maybe decorating the yard this year, but if I do, it's going to be a couple of lights and a manger with Jesus in the crib. No, I believe in God. I believe He was born. I believe it's the birth of Jesus Christ, not no big fat red Santa Claus man coming in a red uniform with a bunch of flying reindeers giving free gifts away. So instead of giving gifts away, we every one of us should line up at the church building and just sit there and praise Him. I give both of my boys $100 bill apiece, and I tell them go out and buy whatever they want. That way, I don't have to buy nothing. I don't have to wrap nothing. I don't have to clean up the mess. I give them $100 bill. They buy whatever they want, and it's all theirs. Have fun. Well, I mean, we have gave out a couple Christmas presents the last couple years. I mean, and there's some of them we didn't even do on Christmas. We some things like what was it, Mother's Day or Easter? Easter, my wife gave away like 8 or 9 bottles of her good smelling stuff that she has. She chose which flavors or which smells, should I say, to each one of the family member girls, and they all got one for Easter. And my wife still has a bottle of every one. She owns every bottle that company's put out of that fragrance or that that batch. She says the bees love it. I bet you they do, baby. I love it too. Yeah, Richard, probably. Yeah, I like her happy hour. That's a good smelling stuff. And they all got a lot of different weird names. I think I've showed you guys a bottle of it once. My fault though, because I bought her a bottle and she smelled it. Well, how it originally started is I bought stuff from somebody else. And the girl that brought the stuff to me that I bought it from, she brought it to us that day. And she let my wife smell her wrist that she just sprayed this stuff. My wife's like, that smells good. Honey, I want a bottle of that. So I bought her a bottle of that. Next week, this girl has all of them. So my wife had to have a bottle of every one.
Hey, I don't like this thing.
She has enough smell good stuff to take her for the rest of her life. Maybe not. Maybe at least another 15 years.
Maybe.
And she don't wear the same one every day. She picks one out for each day. I told her to random them. Every day spray a different one on you. Find out which ones you like and which ones you don't. The ones you don't like, get rid of. The ones you like, keep them. The ones she likes, I'll buy her double of them. Know what I told you guys, people? Happy wife is a happy life. Oh, back to Christmas. My dad told me that he's got a couple of sisters and a couple brothers, and he bought one family kids as gifts, and he bought the other family's kids gifts, but he spent like $20 on these two kids, but he only spent $5 on them two kids. The parents all got into an argument about it because somebody spent more on their kids than his kids. So there was a big old quarrel about that. And my dad quit doing Christmas after that. Yeah, no Christmas tree, no lights. Well, like I said, now that we're in the city now, Minnie, where people can see it, well, they still can't see it because I'm the last house on the right. So, and that's so weird because when I moved, I was the last house on the right. And I moved to the last house on the right. I was talking to the neighbors last week, I think it was. What do we do around here for Halloween, Christmas? Do they decorate? Does kids come up here Halloween looking for candy, or do they do it like we did in Oneida, where they all go to the church and they all sit in their cars and open the trunks up and give the candy away? I remember when I used to walk house to house. We always picked three certain blocks that we knew that we can hit. Every house was lit up, ready for trick or treat. That's all you needed was three blocks. You got a whole pillowcase of, candy. Wait a minute, I might have exaggerated there, guys. It wasn't three blocks. It would be one, two, three, four, 6 blocks. We would do Point Place, 101, 2 blocks of that, 102, 2 blocks of that, and 103, 2 blocks of that. That's a nice, decent neighborhood in where I'm from. That's all we had to do. Them 6 blocks, and we had a full pillowcase. And we went that same spot for 6, 7, 8 years. I even took my kids there when I had children to go. They all just got hit with the tornado yesterday or day before. Heard they got a bunch of damage there. They said it come out of nowhere. That's the problem. You don't know when it's going to come up somewhere. Popped up, caused a couple $1 million worth of damage, and disappears. It said it ripped through a few buildings, so I don't know what buildings got destroyed. I got to keep watching the news for it, checking on my YouTube stations, and talking to my friends. I got a cousin that lives in Point Place. She says it was windy, but it wasn't. It didn't come right over next to them. But it sounds like there ain't nobody dead out of it, so that's a damn good thing. I heard the warning signs didn't go off till like seconds after it started. No warning at all. It just popped up and said hello and left. I hate things like that, people. Hell, he probably didn't even give it to her. She probably had to make it herself. Richie. Vaughn wouldn't have made it. Oh, I'm called Mr. Scrooge all the time. I'm used to it. My opinion though, it's the giving, not the receiving. We gave, like I was talking about, we gave to the family 2 years in a row, every one of them. And to be honest, both years there was one family that got a little bit better than anybody else did. And then he has to try to up me the following year. But, like I told him, it ain't about the giving it or the receiving, it's the giving. But I'm not rich. I can't afford to do it every year and buy people. I mean, my cousin and his wife, they literally buy for like 50 people every single year. He's taking 2 or 3 paychecks just for Christmas. She'll decorate an outside tree. She does an inside tree. Christmas lights all around the house. Her whole neighborhood does that. There's like 6 houses or 8 houses in that cove, and all the houses are all lit up. Electric Man loves that block. I don't know if I want to say who the better present went to. I think I've showed you guys before what I gave away my first year to everybody mostly. They were the Jesus candles. And tell you the truth, I don't think Jesus was on them. I think it was Sister Mary was on them. I have Santa lit up all year long. Yeah. I did get a pocket knife, which I don't even carry. It's sitting in the box still in the plastic that it originally came in. I opened it up, looked what it was, and put it on the shelf. Both of my boys both got a knife. Their first knives that was given to them. Do they carry them? I don't think they do. I think they still got both of theirs packed away. Because they're not allowed to carry it to school. I ended up giving Jim and Mill. I wasn't supposed to say no names. I ended up giving Jim and Millie a Jim a dream catcher. And he thought that was pretty cool. Richie, so I've seen people never take their Christmas trees down. I've seen people have their Christmas trees still up in March and April. When I took over Alice's properties, I had to take Christmas lights off there that was hanging on her trailer for over 2 years. See, and that would be me. If I put up Christmas lights, I'm leaving them. They will hang up there until somebody pulls them down because I won't never take them back down. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Richie. Yeah, I thought about, like I said, I was thinking about putting up a manger. Because that's what the real reason is that we celebrate. If we're going to do trick or treaters this year, then I'm going to do a graveyard. $20 viewers, an hour and 30 minutes. 5 thumbs up. Doing pretty good for a Saturday morning. Do you guys like to see me better on the weekends, or would you guys like to see me better in the weeks? I mean, because I'm averaging 20 people per day, so I've had it higher and I've had it lower, but every day. Yeah, I like Monday through Friday. I thought it was pretty cool. I just kind of like to find other things to start talking about because Stinky's about ready to be gone. And if I'm going to go long distance wise, I'm definitely going to have to find something to talk about besides Stinky. Still looking for a co host. Anybody want to do a morning show with me? Someone that has the early mornings off. We get on here and debate on things. I don't want somebody that's agrees with me 100%. But I don't want no dragnet war neither on here. Or I'll just keep doing my own shows. It don't matter. I come on at 5 a.m. to you. Yeah. Yeah. So that means you're somewhere towards California. Couple more months here, people. I'm going to take a trip back over there in that state, that area where I used to live. Yep. I know one thing I like about here, and that's the energy bill. We have been doing really good on that part, and I hope it keeps going on through the winter too. My bills over there when I left were in the 300 markers, 360, 370s. We come over here and I'm paying $90 a month. Using the same air conditioners, still using the same amount of lights, still using the same washers and dryers, still using everything as we used over there, but it's like 200 and something dollars cheaper. But the $200 I'm saving, it's going to the landlord though. So instead of paying three a month, I went to 500 a month. For luxuries, you got to pay. The luxury of living right next door to the hospital, the luxury of Burger King, Taco Bell, Wendy's, Dairy Queen, the Huddle House, Walmart's, Subway, all within a 5-10 minute radius of you. Two hardware stores, the PlayStation. The one thing I like about it, Richie? It's the last house on the right. You have to go down a dead end road to get me. And when you're coming up the road, everybody sees you coming up it. One way in, one way out. Unless you want to climb down the mountain. Mine could be seen by my neighbors, but they can't. My house can't be seen by the main street neither. Because once you come through the privacy or the chain link fence where there's a big old sign, no trespassing, you are being video cammed. 90% of everyone turns around right there and leaves. It looks like a compound thing here. And honestly, it kind of is. One man owns it all. One, two, well, not all. I'm sorry. I almost messed up. Almost. He owns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus me, 6 trailers. He owns a big old garage building over there. And his sister owns the. I know you all seen the pictures outside of my house. She owns the log cabin there. My wife has to walk almost a block to get to the mailbox. And walk by 6 places. Funny thing I thought was funny though, so weird, is our garbage man comes twice a week.
Fridays at 10 and
Tuesday morning,
Tuesday at
8 o'clock in the morning, and Friday about 10 o'clock. Yeah, I know, Richie. He probably even built that one for her, Richie. That's the kind of home my wife wants. A wood cabin home. Me, honey, if it's being used for a home, it's being treated. Me, I want a brick home. One floor, all big brick home. Yeah, I wish I was rich, people. Maybe I should start playing that lottery a little bit more. Maybe Vaughn's gods will let me get it. To get Vaughn mad at him. Maybe Vaughn's gods will let me hit that lottery. I should play it a couple times. Because I sure like to own me a home and a little piece of property. I'm getting old, gray, wore out. I need to find something to do at home to just kick back and relax and enjoy life. I'd have me a little 3 or 4 bedroom home built. I'd have a man garage built bigger than my home. Something maybe 10, 12, 14 car garage. I definitely put my train set back together, a real train set. Probably bigger than the house, too. Hell, I'd run it through the whole house. Why not? Have to have a guest house over on the next to me in case we have company come and visit. Because I sure know if I got money, people are going to be visiting. They be fighting to who's going into that house. I see a lot of people do that, and that's kind of stupid and foolish. And that's everybody's each his own. I know somebody that got paid some big bucks, or really decent money, should I say, because of an accident, and they literally just spent it like it was water. I like the videos of giant train sets. Yes, Richie, I do too. I definitely am into trains. And I don't just want the trains, I want the works. I want top grade, top everything, and power switches, power disconnections, everything. The lights, your poles, your trees, your people, the works. Smoke me a big fat hooter, man, and sit down there and just play all day. I'd even try to make real activities in it. I think that'd be cool as shit if you have real activities in your train set. I mean, you got coal cars that the train carries. Make it where you're loading coal into one of the cars or in the cars. Take it somewhere and have it dumped, and then wouldn't mind getting a couple of bulldozers or something, remote control ones, little small ones for your train sets. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the works, buddy, the works. You're going to do it. You got to do it right. But, people say it takes a long, long, long time, and I agree. I agree. You got to have the first thing you got to do is have a spot. But if I ever hit the lottery, I'd go out and buy half the United States train sets up. I see them online every single day, people wanting to sell them. Their whole set. Go there, buy their set, take it to that big room you got, set it up. Go buy another one, set it right next to it. Pretty soon you'll have about 15, 20 different sets sitting there. Then you put them all together. Talk to Neil Young. He owns Lionel's. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to go on some of them tours to go see some of them train things when they set them up around places. I'd love to do that. There's a lot of things I'd love to do. I didn't do much growing up, people. I I didn't do nothing really important when I was growing up. I did what I had to do, and it's called work. Vaughn Hilton, you ever heard of the word work? I did. I didn't get to travel to Texas to join the Army or the Navy or whoever or wherever you went. I couldn't go to New York to start rock and roll or jazz or whatever music you said you started. Um, I'm sorry I couldn't go to Texas and save the hoes. Oh, I'm sorry, young girls. Um, I'm sorry, Vaughn, I couldn't do all that, buddy. I was making money. I didn't have mommy giving me my money. But back to it, nice some lump sum. She literally blew it. Something that would have lasted me 20, 25, 30 years, maybe better if I would have invested in it right. Lasted her about 6, 7 months. She's stone broke. She just spent it like it was water, taking everybody out to eat. Took a bunch of people to the amusement park and went hog wild there. Yeah, there you go, Richie. Go back in time and save that German girl. Yeah, I didn't have time to do that shit, man. I was working. From the day I turned 16 until the day that I stopped going to work and I stayed home and helped take care of my wife and my children. I did what a dad had to do. We were able to survive without me being at work, going to work, even though it kind of hurt me because I was making more than what I'm bringing home, but they needed me at home. Me personally, I can't wait to go back to work. I hope I can go back to work. I don't care if it's just driving drugs around for the pharmacy. It's a job. Hopefully, I can move back up the chain and, if I can handle the heat in the kitchen, I think that's where I'm going to go. If I can handle the heat in the kitchen, that's going to be the problem right there. Because cooks make good money. I hate to tell you, if you're in a right restaurant, cooks make decent money. As long as you don't find a owner that wants to bullshit you. I can go into any nice restaurant, and I'm talking nice restaurant that serves breakfast, lunches, and dinners, and take a breakfast job anytime. And that's usually when the bosses are there. I have no problem working with bosses. I do my job and get it done with. I found out the main thing that most people like to eat are eggs. Most eggs are made in breakfast time, so that's kind of where my specialty went into, is making eggs. I did it every single morning. Fried potatoes and eggs. There was another man cooking the bacon and the sausages. Another man doing the toast. Yeah, that I really like that job. That was a pretty decent job. I mean, it went quick and it went easy. It seemed like the day just flew right on by us. Get there early morning, get yourself a cup of coffee, you start another pot of coffee, you throw 150 pounds of potatoes on the grill. You get them 3/4 of the way done. You put them back in another tote, ready to go. And when the orders come in, I throw it on there, warm it all up, cook your eggs, throw it on your plate, send it to the other guy. He throws the meat on it. The other guy puts the toast on it, and the waitress is bringing it to you. Yeah, we like put our plates out like within 5-10 minutes.
Hey, it's finally going down. It's 280.
Okay.
One.
We don't give. We didn't have service take
What?
half hour to make it. Let me see that. This is what that perfume stuff looks like, guys, that my wife's got.
That's my good personal one. That's my personal one that I like a lot. You better get your baby.
This, she says, is one of her personal ones. It's called Cozy Up.
It smells real good. You want to see my other one that I have in the back one?
No, honey. I just wanted to show them what the thing looked like. They know exactly which kind you're using now. They know exactly which ones. You know what I mean? Because there's only certain companies that do certain stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, my wife's got every one of them, Richard. No ingredients added. That is all natural. Well, people, I think I'm going to call this Big Larry show today. Sorry I interrupted your day. I'm glad you all came to visit me today. It is Saturday. I usually don't do well, I've been doing a lot of Saturdays, so I can't say that. Guys, I appreciate y'all coming out and listening to me. Peace out to y'all.